6:30. The rain is just starting. There's a massive storm on the way. It's still a little more than an hour out. We're gonna go sneak in a quick flight, and then we're gonna come back and do some projects. It is beautiful out. Not in the traditional sense, but man, at sunrise, crazy. All right, today I have to attack the wheel pants. A lot of people have been mentioning the wheel pants. I'll at least get the one measured correctly, make sure it fits, and then I'll start the second one. Hemet traffic, Cessna 72 Alpha, departing runway 23, left close traffic. It's beautiful out here. It's just so quiet in the morning. No one's up yet. My girlfriend Rania asked me last night what some of my earliest memories were. And I try and think back to any memory from, you know, my childhood and the different places that we've lived and stuff. And one of my earliest memories is my dad would take us out to this airport called Bressens in rural Illinois. And that was where him and my grandfather kept their 172. And he had an ultralight biplane called a Fisher 404. I just remember hanging out there. I can remember the smells, and he'd take us up in the 172, and I was always terrified of flying. He would, we'd be in the back seat, and he would call them hills, and he would pitch up and then, you know, unload, and we would slightly come out of the seat, and he never, you know, never quite went 0G, but just enough to, you know, get your stomach to turn. And I remember being so scared. I hated it. I hated flying. I hated hills. Too funny. Hemet traffic, Cessna 72 Alpha, turning final runway 5, Hemet. Hemet traffic, Cessna 72 Alpha, clearing runway 5, Hemet. Alright, let's go work on those wheel pants. All right, so to understand how we've gotten to this point, I have to go back to a video I filmed weeks ago when I started this project. All right, so these fit so snug. There's literally no clearance on them at all. Awesome, super good for racing, but see, it gets a little bit of rash, and I did that, and these are great. I'm gonna fix them, make them really nice, but we need some everyday use pants. So that's what these are. I don't know if you heard that, that's thunder. It never storms in California, so this is like super rare. So I patched a couple holes. Not the best looking, super strong. These aren't gonna be pretty. I'm probably just gonna rattle can them white, but the goal is to fit these, cut it. I may have to cut this back a little bit and then lay some carbon fiber over it, but that's the project that I've been putting off that now we're gonna start. All right, so I rough cut the old racing wheel pant. I gotta put some more carbon fiber here and fix it, and I gotta fix these holes, but I got the rough shape in order to give us about 2.5 inches of clearance on all sides. All right, so I skipped a couple steps. After I made the carbon fiber bottom and wrapped it all up, I just did a quick Bondo job. I knew they would be temporary, so I wasn't trying to make them perfect. And then after I painted them, just shoddy workmanship. So I can't leave them like that. So I'm gonna resand them, make it really nice, and then paint them and clear coat them. All right, sanding complete. I maybe did a little overkill. I went down to like 1500 grit.
but it is smooth as can be now on both sides. Unfortunately, it's still raining, so I can't paint, but I think this one is really close to done. Day's coming to a close. This is as far as we got. I have the wheel pans all test fit. I got it set to be about 2.5 inches. It should clear everything that we have, even with the tires a little bit lower because it's cold. I got them all sanded up. I have a couple nut plates to put on. As soon as the rain's gone, I'm gonna go ahead and paint them and then wrap them to match the old ones, and that's it. But tomorrow I gotta head back to work, so the streak of flying may end tomorrow. We'll see. All right, so quick update. I'm test fitting the wheel pant now. I had to cut that hole a little bit bigger, shift the entire wheel pan up. All right, it's all rainy miserable.